To enroll in the employee experience, please go to the employee reference document, and on page 2, make note of the code at the bottom of the screen that is unique to your company. Once you do that, we'll be going to the web to www.primepoint.com. When you go to the internet, in the URL bar type primepoint.com, and it will be loaded to the PrimePoint home screen. Across the top ribbon are user logins. You're going to want to click on Employee Experience. When the Employee Experience tab opens up, scroll to Need to Enroll and click. The Employee Experience Enrollment Code is the code from the document that we sent you. Enter that code, enter your first name, your last name, and the last 4 digits of your Social Security number, and click Next. If your company already has your email loaded into their payroll system, you can select your email from there. Otherwise, choose none of these. I want to enter a new address and hit Next. Enter an email address. Type your email address again to confirm. Enter your full Social Security number. Enter the code that is listed, which will be different for each person. And you have to answer at least one of the following security questions. The easiest is your zip code. Then click Next. The system will now email you a registration key. Log into your email and look for an email from noreply@primepoint.com. Sometimes this may go to your spam folder. So, for example, if I were using Gmail, I would scroll down to the bottom of my list, choose More, and go into Spam and look for the information in my spam folder. You should have this email within about 30 seconds to a minute tops of hitting the submit button. So once you get your registration key, the easiest thing to do is to copy it. So you can either write it down and type it into the system, or if we drag over the top of the code, right-click our mouse and select Copy, we can then go to the Employee Experience tab, right-click, and click Paste to put the code in. When I click Next, I'll now have to create a user ID, and user IDs must be at least 8 characters long. My password has to be 8 characters long and contain at least 1 number and 1 letter. I will then be asked to enter a forgotten password question. And type an answer. And hit Next. The system will ask me about my W-2 preference. I would suggest strongly that you get your W-2 electronically and remove the risk of having the paper copy mailed to you. So you have the ability to either accept or decline. And if you accept, as soon as the W-2s are ready, you'll be given a notice that you can come to your employee experience to log in. Clicking OK will bring you to your employee experience home screen. And this is where you would come to view your paycheck by clicking on your last check. Or under the report screen, viewing your W-2s or your check stubs or any number of reports that your company may have enabled to you. Clicking on the home screen when you log in is also how you would access the time and labor system to clock in and out, or to view your timesheet, or to request time off. So click on time and labor, and the system will pass you through to the first screen of the time system that is relevant to the type of employee you are in the system. So if you're an employee, the first screen will likely look very similar to this, where you have the ability to view your timesheet, and if permitted by your company, the ability to clock in and clock out. And that's how you enroll in the employee experience.